The
Oh my
part.
God, that
So
poor
my
bastard.
favorite series is coming up, right?
Okay.
With the Spurs, right? And this is my favorite because
Set it up.
especially when doing the Kobe's legacy breakdown. I remember this thoroughly. So this Spurs team it was a huge rivalry between the Spurs and the Lakers,
Right.
and it had been brewing. So in 1999, the Spurs swept them or beat them in 5 in the in the
No, it was a
Western
sweep.
Conference
We talked
semifinals.
about it.
Yeah, yep. So
They-
Western Conference semifinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did sweep them. You're right. So they did sweep them, right? And I remember mentioning at that point that's when like Kobe hadn't gotten to that point in his career where like
He was
Shaq
consistent.
needed that because they had the big guys to at least put bodies on Shaq, make it difficult for him. Like we saw in that series, Shaq shot like 46-47% from the field, something like that.
Yeah.
So and then in the 2000 series, the 2000 season, they missed the Spurs because I think injuries played a
Duncan
huge
got
part.
hurt. Duncan got hurt. So
Yeah.
they
So
didn't.
and the
it wasn't
Spurs
the
were
same.
saying they wouldn't have won that 2000 championship if the Spurs were there. So it's like it's this rift, but I mean not a rift, but like this fight for power in the West.
And this is the
like,
rivalry of this era, in my opinion.
For sure, 100%, and for the next 10 years, this is the biggest rivalry. Right? So, like, it's crazy that that's not talked about as much as like the Boston Lakers rivalry in because they faced each other a ton. Yeah, it's because of the boring. Like, if the Spurs had a better brand, like not better brand, but like a more visually appealing brand of basketball, it would have been talked about more. But
and it deserves to be talked about more, mainly because literally for 5 years, whoever won this series won the chip.
Facts.
For 5 years.
That's a fact. That's crazy. So fucking or they at least once. So Kobe and Shaq come in with this on bullshit. Pretty much, Kobe and Shaq are like, y'all, like we ready to whoop their ass.
Yeah.
And Kobe starts it out giving them a 45 piece.
And
saying,
God.
Hold that. I give you 45 piece, no sauce and no fries, motherfucker. You just eating that shit.
He's got
raw
almost
doggy.
100 points in the last 2 games for Kobe almost.
Yeah, insane. And this is the part, this is where, and it's going to happen, but this is my Kobeism shit that I be talking about. Don't talk to me about Shaq ain't need Kobe because Shaq couldn't get through these Spurs without Kobe. There's no fucking way in hell you're going to tell me that Shaq would have got through these Spurs without that. Like, he needed a guy to do that.
Tim Duncan, 28, 14, 6 assists, 5 blocks, 7 turnovers, but oh my Lord. That's Tim insane. Duncan, this is a guy we need to cover.
Yeah.
I just really believe that. Especially covering all these different people around Duncan. Like, the man is special, and this era of Duncan's career does not get talked about
at all.
And it needs to. It needs to, because this is why he's one of the 10 greatest players to ever live.
Yeah.
Game two, despite the Lakers winning 80-81, Duncan 40 and 15.
He literally put up half the team's points.
And Phil Jackson got ejected.
Yeah. He played all 48 minutes. That's insane.
Jeez. And
David Robinson
won.
was like a shell of himself. Look at him, 26 minutes a game. So,
and he got in foul trouble, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was in 5 personal fouls.
Do you think that plays
trouble?
Yeah. Do you think that plays a huge role as Duncan Robinson wasn't even close to what he was the last 2 years?
Yes. But also David Robinson, his job was solely to play defense in these series, I think. And just be a body on Shaq. And I think it matters that he wasn't on the floor.
Do you think if 99 Robinson was in this series, it made a difference? Like, do you think they win? The Spurs could win that series?
I don't know. I don't know, and here's why. I was about to go to this quote, and I think this answers your question.
Okay.
LA Times after game 1. Who's to say Kobe Bryant isn't going to be better than Michael Jordan? Let's get that out on the table right now. He's a lot better than Jordan than he was at the same age. I wrote that down just for you.
Yeah, because
this answers
was facts. What are we talking about here, man? Stop playing with me. All right, For all of you,
but hold on, no, because
is-
before you go on your spiel, because I want to answer your question. You get mad that I don't answer your questions. You get mad I don't answer your question. I'm answering your fucking question. So, the Lakers have added more pick and rolls to get Bryant chances to attack the basket. They spread the Spurs defense, giving Bryant room to penetrate. With his ability, he doesn't need much of a pick to gain an advantage. This is 2020's basketball.
This is what Kobe's cock looked like, too.
To answer your question, I think that the Spurs were playing a different brand of basketball than the Lakers, and the Lakers are playing a brand of basketball that is years in advance, especially at this point. And that is the sign of almost all of these all-time great teams. Yeah. They play years in front of what the league is going to look like.
It's and the when pick I read and roll, that, pick and pop, like that makes it so difficult for that too.
And the spread, everybody shoots. If it's not Shaq, everybody shoots the fucking ball on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
And
then you got that
makes it really hard to guard.
Yeah, and you got that main guy that could work you off the dribble. And like every championship team pretty much needs that. Like you need a guy that all things fail, who's gonna get you the bucket. Like every team that in NBA history has had that guy. Even though that 2014 Spurs, like that 2014 Spurs, it was Manu. That was who it was.
Kobe in this series was guarding either Terry Porter or Avery Johnson, which was a move by Phil Jackson. It enabled Bryant to conserve energy on defense because he had no trouble guarding those players, and the Spurs could not find him in transition. Yeah. That is crucial because they're playing based on their defense right now and their half-court offense. That's what they're doing. Yeah. And I don't think San Antonio had when you include Robinson's foul trouble, when you include the way the Lakers were spreading the floor, I don't think they had the personnel to get this done.
Yeah.